Hello, everyone. Hello. So, I promised I was gonna pop on here and talk about the Akashic records, and so I wanted to do that. I have some time in between clients, and it just kept like ringing in my head. Like I'm trying to do other stuff, and it's like you need to go in there. You need to go talk about it. So I'm doing it. Let's do this, okay? So, how many of you have heard about the Akashic records? How many of you have tapped into that? How many of you understand even the purpose of it? Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. So we're going to be talking about the Akashic records today. And here's the thing. This is my work. This is my work here. It's to show you how easy the spiritual realm is. It's to show you how easy it is to connect to your spiritual side. And here's the thing. The other part of my work is to help you align with the spiritual side. Because we're not just physical. We all know that, right? We're spiritual beings living a physical life. But we've kind of forgotten about the spiritual realm. It's become a thing, right? You have to do a meditation to get there. You have to do this, you have to do that. But here's the thing. What if I told you it was just simple? It is yours. It is your spiritual realm. We make it complicated. And so everything that I do is to show you how easy it is, that you're always tapped in, whether you're conscious of it often or not. And you just simply need to bring your awareness. It's almost like you need to remember how you used to tap into it, how you used to go to this library to find out information. So, Akashic records. I'm going to tell you a little story. So with my first teacher, she's a shaman, and she's like, I call her my foundation because she kind of helped me anchor everything down, like create that foundation of my work, create the foundation of my life, the type of life that I would like to create. And one of the classes she did was the Akashic records. And I was like, what is this? And so we got there. And she walked us to, we did like a series of them, so it wasn't just one. And she walked us through a meditation where we were able to go up, to the spiritual realm. And each of us had our own visualization of what the Akashic record is to us. So there's no one definition, like everyone is going to see this and everyone is going to see that, and this is what you're going to experience. Everyone else's, your experience is going to be different from mine. And so we all got up there. She did the stairway thing. We climbed up there. And here's the thing, the Akashic records, we'll come there. I'll come back there. So we got up there and we experienced this place, and we got the information that we needed, whatever the class was. And that was my first experience of the Akashic records. And again, she didn't make it hard. She taught us how easy it was so that when we left the class, we could do it every day. But here's the thing. You are already doing it. You're already doing it. You're just not in tune with it. You're doing it. You're just not in tune with it. So hopefully by the end of this, you'll be able to be like, okay. So this is what it is, and this is how I can tap in. So I want you to think of the Akashic records as the library. So on this plane, if you were doing a research, let's say you wanted to write a research paper about the brain stem and, all the stuff about it, what would you do, right? Well, now we have Google and all of that. So we have the virtual library. We also have the physical library. So you can go to the physical library, grab the books, grab the articles, read in it, take notes, right? All of that. And then come back to your house and type everything out. Or, write your paper. Or if you're researching it online, it's the same thing, a virtual library that you go through, you research a book, or you look through a book, you look through a magazine, whatever, an article, and then find the information that you need so that you can create your paper. The Akashic record, think of it as this way, is your own library. Not on this plane, but on the spiritual plane. Because remember, we are spiritual beings living a physical life. The Akashic record It's on the spiritual plane. Think of it as a library or a place where every single experience you've had, past lives, future lives, same dimension lives, lessons, people that you've met, things that you've created, your love life, your family, like every information that you can find about yourself is in this place. It's an etheric library for you. An etheric library for you and you only. We all, each and every one of us, have our own libraries. We all have a place where we stored all of our experiences so that we can always go back to and refer to it and learn something and get something from it. Get new information, get new ideas. Here's the thing. When we decided to come back to this planet, everything was set up so that this life would be easy for us. What makes it hard is that the moment we go through that cosmic womb, we forget everything, because that's all part of the experience, right? If we remembered everything coming down, then this would be easy for us, right? And so we go down the cosmic womb, we forget everything. And somehow on our path, we remember, right? We remember little by little, or we meet someone who teaches us this, or we meet someone who says something, or we saw a movie, or, something, but we start to remember. When we came down, everything is set up in the spirit realm. Remember, that's where we're from. We're just here to experience things. So up there, you have a whole library, a whole resource center just for you, that you can always go into and find out any information that you need to make this life a success. Simple. Just imagine a library up there, an etheric library. It can look like anything for anyone, okay? Mine is a crystal, beautiful, castle-like built structure that is basically filled with scrolls and books and little scripture thingies, like they look like paper, thin paper. But that's how mine looks like, and that's how I designed mine to be, so that I can understand it. Yours might be completely different. Totally fine. Not everyone have the same thing. It's your library. You can do whatever you want with it. And here's the thing. If I go there and I want to change it around so I can find this easy, I can easily do that. We'll come back to that. You have this library that you can tap into. That is in the spiritual realm, which is where our souls are. That's where our souls originate from, where we have access to anytime, any day, to receive or to tap into information that we need to make this life a success. Business, love life, family, all aspects of your life, any information that you need, you can go up there, tap into it, or receive the information, just like you go into a library, grabbing a book, reading, and then coming down. Now, we'll talk more about that too, because it is kind of different when you go up there. We know that anything that has to do with the etheric world or spiritual realm is different, because we are going up there with that human mind, and we know that in the spiritual realm, it's not the same, it's different. What's wrong with easy? Why do we choose to forget here? Just our whole experience of remembering. We learn a lot. Yes. Absolutely. Yes. Crystal, absolutely. We do tend to make a lot of things complicated. And that's what we sign up for, It's all part of the lesson. It's all part of the lesson. But once we realize that we are in charge of that, we are in charge of how hard we want our experience to be, that once we realize that we are the masters of our own life, the creators of our own life, things begin to shift. Things begin to shift. We call back our power, we step into our power, and we can recreate things as we move. We are creator gods and goddesses. Going back to Akashic records, they just like telling me to just get back on there. So let's do this. I love this. So where is the Akashic records? It is in the etheric world. It is in the spiritual realm. Your Akashic, your library or your Akashic structure could be, how would it look like? Everyone is different. Mine looks like a castle filled with books and scrolls and videos and whatever it is that representation I want it to look like. Yours might look completely different. There was one time that I went there and it was literally a light structure. Like it was like, again, the castle, but the walls were all light. That, of course, only I can enter. And here's the thing. These libraries, I know we hear over and over like, hey, I can tap into your library and tell you this and that. Here's the thing. The only way for me to tap into your library and give you your information is if you give me that permission. I cannot just simply tune in right now and just, without your permission, and just dive right in there, open the door and start pulling on books. And no, that's not how it works. You know why? Because each of us have our gatekeepers. So at the entrance of our library, of our celestial library, I like that, of our celestial library, we have gatekeepers who make sure that only you or the people that you allow or who you've given the permission to can enter, which means that your library, your cosmic library, will only allow you to enter. It's your library. You have the key. You have the authority. If you wanted me to go in there, you would have to give me the permission to do that. Otherwise, by the time I get to that gateway, your gatekeepers will kick me out. So nobody can tap into your library. It's not a place that someone can hack into. No, there's no hacking into your library unless you give them the permission to. And again, if they don't have good interests in mind, if they don't have your highest good in mind, your guides will kick them out. They won't even get close to it. It is a highly secured place. Do you understand that? Highly cosmically secured place for you. So how do you get there? So we know that the Akashic record is basically your cosmic library or your cosmic place in the etheric world or the spiritual realm that houses all your experience, the knowledge of your soul. The knowledge of your soul, everything that you've experienced, all your past lives. That part I like, it's fun. Every lesson, every encounter, all that information is there. When I step into my hall of records and I'm standing in the middle, it is massive. And here's the thing, the how big it is tells you how long you've been coming here for. It's quite interesting. So when you go in there and it's nice and quaint and tiny and everything is one place, you know you haven't been coming on this planet that long. You know, you're still kind of like a baby on this planet, which is totally fine. You're just starting. Now for us old souls, when you enter the library, it's massive. It's huge. So when I step into my cosmic library, and I look all around me, I mean, it's just massive. And it has, I mean, just big. And I have, you know, guides in there too that will help me find things. But here's the thing, they're not even physical guides. Like I'll just go sit. I have a place in the center that I sit. And I close my eyes, I ask the question. And then the book or the scroll will just fly to me and just, you know, sit in front of me. It's kind of like Harry Potter style. And that's how mine is designed. So while I'm talking about this, just follow through with it. You see that you're also tapping in a way. It's not hard. Remember that. You're already even tapping to it while listening to me walk through my own journey. So how do you get there? You can do this, of course, in meditation, right? Just anything that can quiet your monkey mind, anything that can quiet this chaotic mental mind, this programming, this ego, anything that can just help you shut down this conscious mind so that you can go into the subconscious or the higher conscious mind, because that's where you're going to find it. So meditation is a great way to connect. For me, I should just say this. Depending on how much you do this, it becomes a part of you, which means that you don't need to go into meditation to tap in there. As I'm talking to you, I am up there. Like, maybe if you're lucky, I'll bring you up there and show you around. You know, like as I'm talking to you, I am already up there and I'm looking around and I'm talking to you about what I'm seeing and the books and my guides there. I'm already there. So the more you do it, you notice it becomes a part of you. That is what it's supposed to be. It is a part of you. The block that we have, we created that by making it complicated. This is an easy access area for you. It's just highly secured for other people because they're not supposed to be there. It's only for you. You have a direct connection to it. Hi, my love. You have a direct connection. How do you get there? Meditation, you can. The more you do it, the easier it is and the quicker it is for you to get there. Another way to get there is by calling on your guides. Calling on your guides. So let's say you're trying to go on meditation, in meditation and you're sitting there like, oh my gosh, I can't even quiet my mind. I can't even get anywhere. Then call on your guides. You're like, guides, I need to get to my cosmic library, my Akashic records. Can you take me there? And they will do that for you. I love you too, Crystal. Another way that you can also get there is call on the angels, of course, right? Call on the angels and say, hey, I'm trying to get up there, but you know how it is being human. This is hard. I can't quiet my mind. Get me up there. Hi, Sharishma. I love you guys. Call on your angels. Can you get me up there, please? I don't know how to get up there. I'm having a hard time getting up there. Can you please get me up there so I can ask this question, so I can get these answers? I need answers. They will come to you and they'll take you there. Another way you can get there, and this is how I walk all my clients through, and to make it very easy, surround yourself with a golden bubble of light. So this golden bubble of light, of course, is coming from the divine and also from Mother. So coming from above and below, connecting into your heart, expanding out into a bubble all around you. This is basic that I teach all of my clients because it raises your vibration. It protects you. And it raises your consciousness. Of course, it does so much more too. It replenishes you. It nourishes you. It basically takes care of you. Okay? So you bring in the energy from above, below, connect to your heart, expand it into a bubble of beautiful golden light all around you. And then imagine a stairway, literally like dropping it, like someone dropping stairs to you or dropping a rope to you. We don't want a rope. We want it to be easy. So let's do a stairway. Okay, golden stairway coming down, right? So think of it this way. You're standing somewhere and you're like, I want to get up there. I want to get to my Akashic records. I want to get to my hall of knowledge, my hall, my cosmic library. Can you drop down the stairs for me, guardians? Because you do have guides that are protecting your gate, right? The gatekeepers. Like, gatekeepers, can you guys drop me the line, please? Or can you drop the stairs to me? I'm ready to come up. And then I want you to see a spiral golden stairway coming down to you. And then begin to climb. And just climb up there. You following me? Climb up there, wherever it is, get up there. And then when you get there, the first thing you see is the gate with your guardians. Now, everyone is different. Mine, I have two right there. Two badass guardians there. Because I don't want anyone to be seeing my records, okay? I've been here too many times. So mine, I have two guardians. And so you see the gate, your guardians or your guardian. And they will greet you because they know you. They know you're coming. They will open the gate for you. Then there's like a walkway, or it depends. It might be that you can see the structure right in front of you. And if you've never connected before, I want you to just take it all in. What does your structure look like? If you're following me on here, throw me some stuff. Like, what does your structure look like? What do you see when you climb up that golden stairway and your guides open the gates for you, and now you're standing in front of your cosmic library, your Akashic records. What does that look like? So mine, again, is like a castle, right? Ah, gotcha. Okay, so we'll work on that. Don't worry. Don't worry. If you see something now, totally fine. Usually, as I'm talking like this, I'm kind of like helping you. Gotcha. I'm also helping you break through any blocks that may be preventing you from getting out there. Sometimes fear makes us create blocks that will prevent us from going out there to find the truth of why we're here, who we are, what we're supposed to be doing. Sometimes we create that. So don't worry. If you're not seeing anything, just know that what is going on for you right now is that you're receiving that healing, like getting a clearing of your blocks. So the more you do this, the more it'll be easier for you to get up there. Remember, also, you're thinking about it as it's too hard, or it's complicated, or I have to do this and I have to do that. No. What if you just, boom, you know, oh, gotcha. Okay, so Bay, do you see, are you able to see the spiritual realm, or do you sense it? Do you feel it? Do you hear it? How do you perceive the spiritual realm? Because that's the method that you need to go in there. So if you're someone who can hear things, you'll be able to hear, like you'll be able to see through your hearing, if that makes any sense to you. If you're someone who just feels like that, you know, like, I just feel like it's there. I just feel like there's this wooden structure. I just feel, you know, you'll be able to see through there. If you're someone who can actually, yeah, there you go, sensing and knowing. So for you, Bay, I want you to just sense and know a structure. Don't question it. I know immediately something popped in your mind right now. Do not dismiss it. You did not dismiss it. I saw that. Just sense and know it. It's okay if you're not seeing it with this eye. That's how you see it. Sense and know it. So sense and know what structure is in front of you. Sense and know your guides, who are the gatekeepers who are there, right? Let's see here. I see my dad. He tells me to be, aha, I like this. And to receive the answers, yes. So Sharishma, are you already in are you already in the building? Or you're standing there looking at the entire structure of your cosmic library? But anyway, so the gates are open. You can go ahead and walk right into your building. So mine, again, looks like a castle of crystalline something. You know, sometimes it looks like a fluid light. Other times it looks like rose quartz, or sometimes it's lapis. It just depends. Don't be scared, my dear. This is your own safe place. Trust me. This is only you. No one else can come in there. That's the safest place you can be in. There's nothing to be afraid of, my dear. What are you afraid of? Finding out who you are? Finding out what you're here to do? Girl, that's exciting. You are fine. That is the safest place you can be. You are already familiar with this place. Your soul remembers this place. So, Bay, yes, a garden. Beautiful. There you go. Now it's working. Yeah. See? Okay. So, go ahead and enter your structure, whatever that looks like. Open the door and enter. And what is the first thing you see when you enter? What is it? What does it look like in there? Mine literally looks like a big hall with like books and scrolls and everything, like all around the walls. Like the levels, it's like infinite levels for me. What does yours look like? Remember, there's no right or wrong, okay? There's no right or wrong. If anyone who's going to be watching this later, walk through the same thing and just comment below. Let me know. What are your blocks that are coming up? What do you see? What are your fears that is coming up? And know that as I am talking to you, I am beaming to you the healing that you need. I am clearing blocks. It does not matter what time or space you watch this. You are still receiving that. You're being activated, because we all need to know this. We need to know that this is easy. This is a place for us that we have continuous access to. It is ours. And we are supposed to be the one going there to get the answers. We have that power. That you don't need to go through me to go to your Akashic records. You don't need to go through anybody. Unless you absolutely feel like you should. Or, like maybe one day you're like, I just need to relax. I just want to sit back and relax and receive it instead. Totally fine. But first, I want you to feel comfortable. And I want you to know how easy it is for you to tap into your own knowledge base. Your cosmic library, right? So, Bay, let's see. A garden and a fountain, and further away a building. Kind of a castle. Yes, that's what I saw. Go ahead and walk to it, my love, and enter. Open that door and enter, and let me know what you see in there. I'm so excited. This is excited. I get excited. Anything in the spiritual realm, I love it, because that's like my realm. Okay, that's like my mastery, my expertise. Of course, now being on earth, now that I've mastered that, now I have to teach how you can bridge those two. So I'm a bridge. There's a lot of green space like grass. Of course there is. I love it. So when you're ready, whenever you watch this, when you're ready, go ahead and enter your hall, open the door, and just look around. I want you to just look around. You're the only one there, unless you want a guide to come in with you, unless you want an angel to come with you, whatever it is that you need. But this is your space, and only you can be in there. You and your guides can be in there. Huge building, very old. Yes, my dear, it is. So at the center of this structure, so for me, I created like a desk, a beautiful desk that I can sit. And that's where I basically, when I pull the books and when I call in the books, that's where it comes to lie, and I can just read it, right? And so if you don't have something like that in the center, go ahead and create a place that you can sit with a desk and where you can basically read. Yeah, so go ahead and create something like that. And it's as easy as just imagining it, okay? Just being like, yeah, there it is. And then boom, it's right there. It's your space. You can do whatever you want with it. Dusty and quite dark. Of course, you haven't. When was the last time you were there? Yeah. But there's some light. Seems like it's been a long time since. Yes, it's been a long time, bae. You know that. It's been too long. So open some windows, shine some light in there. Ask your guys to come in and dust all that stuff. Like, get it nice and prepared, okay? So for me, mine looks very clean and open with bright light. There's even a fountain in there, okay? I need my fountain. But that's because I go there a lot. I visit frequently, so it's good. So if you haven't been there, most likely it's going to be dark. Most likely it's going to be dusty. It's going to look dirty. That's all right. It's just like in the physical plane. If you haven't been in a building for a long time, what happens? The same thing happens, right? So but in the spiritual realm, it's going to be very easy for you to just clean things up, open the windows, let some fresh air come in, bring in some light, whatever you need, do it. Do it. Bring more life in there. I don't see any books yet. That's all right. Oh, it's coming. Keep clean. Bring light in there. Let's see here. I'm a little bit weird. I'm the only spiritual in my family, so nobody believes me. That's a little bit heavy for me. My dear, it does not matter, okay? It does not matter what religion or spirituality you're in. Everybody has this. Whether you believe it or not, you have this. And here's the thing. It's okay if the people around you don't see the same thing that you do. Perhaps they do. It's just not in the same way you do. You just need to be okay with experiencing what you're experiencing. That it is your experience to begin with. And whoever you choose to share that with, that is sacred. That is between you and that person. And if your family don't get it, it's all right. They're not there yet, or maybe they're not meant to get it in this lifetime. But rather find people who get it. Find people, especially nowadays in this, great internet world, there's so many communities that you can find people and talk about this stuff with, and they get it. So don't be stuck in just that little thing like, oh, my family don't. My family don't, okay? They're all Christians. And if I talk this way to my mom, yeah, she'll be looking at me very weirdly. But this is my experience. I understand that. And so I go through it. And if I need someone to, like kind of like reflected by or process through, I find that person to do that with. So let's see, Bay. Yes, yes, you had the cleaning team come in. Yes, get in. Yes. Now it's brighter and quite modern. Beautiful. So I'm getting now you're ready, Bay, to see your books. So here's the thing, your books are all around you. But it was so like dark and just dusty that you can't even tell. Here's the thing. Here's another thing. They might not look like books. They might not look like books. It might look something else. So, oh, you're drinking some tea now. I love you. Yes, tea time and the Akashic records. Oh, I love it. I do that. Like I have a fountain right there and I have my space and I go there and I just sit. Sometimes I have wine, energetic wine, tea, and I just relax and I let the books come to me. Now, that's the thing I wanted to say. Let's see here. Thank you, Abigail. You make me... Oh, my dear. I love you. I love you. Thanks for being on here. There you go, babe. See? And here's the thing I want you to be, be very clear about. It might not look like books. Mine, like I was saying, I have books. I have scrolls. I have these thin paper looking thingy. They look like rice paper, like very thin. And literally when it comes in, it just flies in and just comes right in front of me and I can just see. I can't even touch it because it's just so frail. Sometimes it's videos where it literally starts to play. Like there's no video player. It just, like I call it in and the image just starts to roll through. Sometimes it's pictures. Everyone is different. I don't want you to get stuck in, I have to see books. I have to see this. No, go in there. Oh. I have here's an example. Sometimes when I enter, it depends on what I need to tap into and how old it is. I have like you can call it a computer system, but it's basically this ball of light in a section of my library. Oh, my two soul sisters. Woohoo! So sometimes, it just looks like a ball of light and literally I go to this corner and I just touch that ball of light and all the information that I need will just flow into me. That's all I need. So here's the thing. Do not be stuck. Don't jump into, I need, it has to look like a book. It has to be like a bookstore, a library, like be open to whatever shows up to you because you are the engineer. You are the architect. Yes. You're the architect of this beautiful space. And you created it to look amazing, to match your soul, to match the complexity of your soul, the wise soul wisdom, like how old you are, basically. The more you've come to this planet, the more wisdom you have. And so your library is going to have that same thing. Like the way you design it is going to all have that characteristics. So be open to whatever that looks like. It doesn't have to look like mine. Mine definitely don't have to look like yours. I love mine. So just be open to receive whatever comes in. So if you see books, great. If you don't, that's okay. Whatever you see, that's what you're seeing, okay? Let's see here. Okay, good. So the other thing, once if you haven't been there a long time, like I was saying, it's going to look dark, dusty. You might not even see books at first, or you might not even see anything. All you need is just like in a physical house or a physical structure. If you haven't been there in a long time and you go there, what do? You open the door, you open the windows, let some fresh air in, start to dust. And this is the etheric world. You can just call in your guides to do this work. You don't have to do it. And remember, it's very quick. There's no such thing as time in that realm. It can be you literally clicking your heels or snapping your fingers and it's done, okay? It doesn't have to be complicated. And find somewhere, like create a space where you can sit and actually get to experience this, okay? So when you go in first, you haven't been there a long time, make sure you clear things out, bring in fresh air, bring some music in, whatever makes you feel good. This is your space, bring a fountain in if you want to, make some tea if you want to, but create your space, okay? Make your presence known. And here's the thing. The books in the library, or the media, I like to call it, the media in the library, they're very much alive. If you can sense it right now, if you're in there with me and you sense these books, yes, they brought you a huge, heavy book. Ooh. Bae, did you ask a question? And they brought that to you? But I'm curious to see. Open it up and just see what comes in. And I'm going to talk about that. So, let's just dive in. Okay. So once you've cleared everything out, you can see your media, whether it's books, whether it's scrolls, whether it's DVDs, whatever you want it to be. That's how it is. Okay. So you sit in that place, where you have your desk, maybe you have your tea or your wine, and you went there for a question. So you ask your question. And you can either go there and pick the book, so you can actually, or the book, or the whatever that is, video, yeah. You can actually go to the shelf and grab it yourself, or you can have your guides go there and grab it for you, or you can set it up so that automatically it just floats right to you. Mine literally just flows to me. I just ask them to bring me what I need right now, what I need to know. Yes, I love that. Never seen such a big... Oh, I like that. That is a big one. Okay, I like that. Let me know what they show you. So, call in, ask the question, or ask your guides, hey guys, what do I need to know right now? Just like Bae did. And then allow them to bring you a book. If you want something specific, you're like, hey guys, I keep seeing this past life. Can you bring me more information about this past life? And there might be a book, there might be a movie, there might be pictures, whatever comes, they just allow it to come in, but it's going to come to you. Whether a guide will bring it to you, or you're going to go walk and bring it back, but bring it back to your seat and then have it in front of you. Now, this next step is also different for everyone, and even it's different every time. When I open a book up, it's not like here, right? It's not like here where you open a book up and you expect to see words, and then you start reading it. Now, sometimes when I open a book up, do you guys remember like Harry Potter? It might be the second one, the Order of the Phoenix. Was it the Order of the Phoenix? No, it's the one with the snake where there's the book. And he opened it, there was nothing on the page. And when he asked a question and put the ink there, then the words started appearing. So sometimes it might look like that for you. So you ask the question, you open the book, and it might look blank. And you're like, what the heck? And then you ask the question, and then words begin to pop up at you. Words begin to pop up. So usually I'll say, take notice of the words. It might be one word, it might be a sentence, whatever it is. Take notice of it and then write it down when you come back. So let's see. I have this book now, but I don't know where to open it. Just open it on the first page. Seems like the pages are empty. Yeah, so that is your book again. However you open it is up to you. When you open it and it's empty, ask the question, like ask the book, what do I need to know? And either the writing will start appearing on there, or it will be just, single words popping up at you, or it might be sentences coming to you. It might be videos instead. It might be like audio instead. Who knows what's going to come up? But I'm getting you guys used to the fact that it changes for everyone. And even, every time you go there, it might be different. Each book might be different, And sometimes, even the writings on there might look like it's another language. Only you understand that language. Or it might look like symbols. But don't dismiss anything that you see there. Remember, we're in the spiritual realm. What we perceive up there is completely different from what we perceive down here. And so you might see symbols up there, and you're like, what the heck? I don't understand any of this. You think you don't understand. That's all right. Just take notice of the symbols. When you come back into the physical, draw those symbols down or write those words down. Have a page and just write it all down. I promise you, it will start making sense to you. It will start making sense to you. So be open to however the information comes to you. So open the book. If you can see the words and it looks like, our regular books here, great. Read it. Receive the information. If you open the book, there's nothing on there, ask the question, or say, you can say something like, hey book, reveal to me my answer. What do I need to know? And especially for you, Bae, the book is huge, you know. If you just open it and it's like all these words, you'd probably be like, whoa, I don't know about this. So it's kind of good that it's empty, so that only the ones that you're ready to see will start showing for you. And no words or sentences pop up. Let's see, still don't seem to have any letters, symbols there. Okay, so it might be something else. It might, oh. So ask the book, or ask your guides, what is this book? Because for you, I think your guides brought you the book, right? So ask your guides, what is this book? And what am I supposed to do with it? Because I can't see anything. So I want you to treat this space like if you went to a physical library and you were looking for something, right? Or you grabbed the book and you're like, oh, what is this book? You would call someone to help you, right? Hi, Mustafa. You would call someone to help you and be like, hey, I need help with this. Can you help me find this? Or can you help me? Is this the right book I need to read? Because I want to know more about this. It's the same way. You can call in your guides, or, you know, like ask the energy of your library. If you don't have any guide system there, you can ask the energy of your library. Like I said, everything in there is alive. It's vibrating. It's alive. Okay. It's not like the physical books here. It's very much vibrating and alive. It's like, this is what you can bring to life. You're going to create something huge. And the pages are just waiting for the story to be, oh, that's what I got. Yes, love that. So for you, my dear, you got the book of this lifetime. This is a powerful one. Now, usually I wouldn't talk about this like the first time like this, but for you, definitely. So this is the book of this lifetime, which means that you're still writing that story. You're still writing that story. So you have the opportunity to do that. And if you, here's the thing, don't feel like you have to do this by yourself. You have your guides there. You're like, guides, this is kind of like what I want to experience. Can you guys help me so I can write it in here and so that we can make this happen? So since we're talking about books that do not have writings on there, or books that you yourself have to write something in, so it's that your life, your current life book usually. When you're writing in there, make sure you have your guides with you so that they can guide you through that, so they can walk you through that. It's the same thing if you're writing a book, right? You want a book editor. You want someone who can, you know, read it and make sure the words are good. You're using the right words to portray how you want people to. It's the same thing. So the more guides you have around you to help you through that, the better, because you're creating your life. When you put that pen on that paper and you start writing, think of it as Harry Potter, right? When you start writing, it's magical. You're writing your life. It's very powerful. Do not underestimate it. Whatever you write in that book is going to happen in this time. And so have your guides there. Have them help you. And while you're writing it, also tell your guides this. Hey, guides, I know I'm creating my life here in the spiritual realm, but I would like to see it in the physical. So while I'm writing this, can you make sure that the programming goes into my physical body and integrates within my physical body, so that when I return back in there, I know exactly how to receive it. I know exactly how to make it happen. I have all the knowledge that I need to make it happen. Yeah. Asking for help is a great idea, because I tend to feel overwhelmed, not knowing what to start. Yeah, and in the end, not doing anything. I know. Definitely ask for help. And remember, it's not like you have to write the entire book. It can be just a word, okay? Maybe that, you know, that day you go in there, you're like, exhilaration, or sexy, sensual. You know what, guys? I'm just going to write abundance today. You know what? I'm going to write goddess on there today. It might just be one word. It doesn't have to be a whole page. Okay? Remember, you're writing in a magical book. It knows exactly what you desire. And if your mind is in there, is preventing you from really going like big, it's okay. Maybe one word is good for you. Joy. Write on the joy. You're like, guides, you know, today I just feel like writing joy in here. That's it. You just go there, you write joy, you decorate it, you color it, you do all that stuff, and then you close the book. And then you come back the next day and you do more. The more you do it, the more will be revealed to you. And here's the thing, I promise you, next time when you go and you open that page up with that, where you had the one word, you will see that it's not just one word anymore. It will be transcribed into what exactly you were trying to portray. Oh, it's a magical place, my loves. It's a magical place. And it is my intention to teach you guys how easy it is to get there. Why you should be going there more often, because if you did, you wouldn't be looking for anybody to give you the answers. You would have all the answers. It is your life, and you would feel safe and secure here on this planet. There's nothing you couldn't create. There's nothing you couldn't create in this lifetime. And we, people like me, are here to help you remember that this place is there, that you have this power, just in case you forget. Because after all, we're humans, right? We're humans. We will forget this. And that's why people like me are here. We'll continue to remind you that you have amazing places like this, that you created, that your spirit created before you even came down on this planet. You have access to any time, any day, any minute, any hour. There's no time there, okay? Time is not, it doesn't even exist there. You can access to it any time, in any way, shape, or form. You have that power. And so you go there, experience it. It might be a day that you just want to go and sit amongst your books. Sometimes I'll just go there and literally just drink tea. No intention. I just want to be there. And those are the days that usually something fascinating happens. You know, you get there, you're like, I just want to, you know, drink some tea. And all of a sudden you see the scroll like coming down and you have all these information on there. It's like, okay, I receive it. Let's do this. But I want you to go there, not with that stress, but simply to just experience your own soul library, your own cosmic library. This is the Akashic Records. You go there to learn more about you, who you are, what you're here to do, where you came from, where you're going, all the many lives you've experienced, all the many relationships that you have experiences and will be experiencing. This is where you go to find out the truth about who you really are. It's a beautiful place. It's very powerful. And I'm here to remind you, it's also very simple. Very simple. It's very simple to merge spirituality into the physical. To blend those two. They're supposed to be. It's natural. We make it harder. We separate those two. But they're not meant to be separated. You're welcome, babe. You're welcome. So, babe, keep doing that, okay? Keep going there. And don't feel like you have to write a whole book. Next time you go, you might get a different book. You know, it's okay to go there without any questions or without any intentions. It's okay to just go there to just enjoy the grounds, to enjoy the space, to be in the space. Whatever you need. It's your space. Guys, make it easy. Make it simple. Because it is meant to be. It is meant to be that way. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with living a life aligned with your own spirituality, with your own soul self. You're welcome, Nisha. You're welcome. Yes. So that's just a little bit. This is just the basics, and I kind of walked you through so you can experience it. So I was even just coming to this video and watching it and walking through it again. It will still be activating you. It still will be clearing the block, so you may see more next time. So you may experience more next time. So you may get more from it next time. So you can always access this video over and over and over to get more of your own cosmic library. Yes. All right, so we'll see next time when I am inspired to come in. We'll see. I think there's another topic that I'm supposed to talk about Yeah, it will come in when it's time. Just like this one was like, you need to get on there and talk about it now. I was like, okay, I'm here. Dang. My pleasure. My pleasure. It's what I'm here to do. Yes. Thank you guys so much for joining me on here and receiving this beautiful, simple teaching, right? That's just going to open a whole area, like open big windows for you, big areas of your life, right? Don't underestimate it. Mwah. All right. Until next time. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye, soul sisters. Love you, love you, love you. Mwah.